know most of you know me, but as you just said, I'm Christina. For those of you on Zoom, I know my mom has a couple of caretakers, possibly some doctors that she was in their care, and so I wanted to introduce myself. I want to thank you all for coming today. Memorials are hard to attend anyway, but attending a memorial during a global pandemic, well, there should be some award for that. And for those of you joining on Zoom, you thought your work Zoom meeting was awkward. How about a funeral? All jokes aside, whether you're here physically or virtually, please know I am deeply grateful for each and every one of you. It truly means so much. When I sat down to write this, I knew this wouldn't be your typical eulogy. I struggled between keeping it short and sweet or finding a delicate way to tell the full story. I'm asking for your grace as I navigate this, both with love and with truth. To fully know someone is to know their joy as well as their pain. And my mom had a lifetime of both. And today I want to honor her by recognizing them equally. My mom was born on August 22nd, 1949, to Betty and Claire Baker. She was the oldest of 4 girls, with 10 years span between her and her youngest sister, Becky. With a working father and a mother that suffered from polio, my mom took pride in helping with her younger sisters. They grew up in a small town of Kelseyville, and her first job was working at her daddy's grocery store, the food center there on Main Street. My grandpa taught her what it took to be a great cashier, and soon her line became the longest in the store just so people could be checked out by her. In school, she participated in Future Homemakers of America, Girls League, choir, and pep club. She graduated from Kelseyville High School in 1967. Unfortunately, that's about all I really know of her growing up. Soon I will play a slideshow showing you pictures of my mom and throughout her life. You will notice a large gap in time between her high school graduation photo to a few years later, her and I together, me as an adult. I have only ever seen a few pictures of her in her 20s, and I don't actually have any photos of her and I together in my childhood. The absence of these pictures shows the time lost between us, time stolen from us because of her addiction. For the first 9 years of my life, I lived with my mother on and off. I was in and out of foster care, and then at 9, a family, the Stone family, said a big yes to me and got permanent guardianship. Those first 9 years with my mom were hard, but I'm not here to focus on that. What I will say is when my mom knew that she couldn't properly care for me, she made sure that there were people in my life who could. Life is full of peaks and valleys. When we are on a peak, life is going well, but the air is thin up there and the surface area is small, and you walk around carefully in fear of falling off. But down in the valley, that's where the river flows, where the flowers grow, and where there is fertile land. That's where the growth happens and strength is restored. My mom spent a lot of time in the valleys. I could not stand up here and paint a picture of only her peaks. But because of her relationship with God, she became a better mountain climber and continued to scale them up until the very end. Her determination to keep going, to keep trying, was something I will always admire about her. My mom spent the last 16 years of her life in an apartment here on Farmers Lane here in Santa Rosa. The complex sat on a very steep hill. When talking with her roommate, she said that her favorite mental picture of my mom was seeing my mom speed walk up that hill. With her massive sunglasses on and a black leather jacket, her muscular legs and Dolly Parton breast, her red wig flying in the wind, and her quick pace of determination as she scaled that hill with such force and fierce focus. Her faith in God and determination is what I believe led her to the biggest mountain of them all, sobriety. I've been asked by many people who have known my childhood why I've kept a relationship with her. And my answer was always the same. I wanted to have no regrets. I never gave up hope. The last 3 years of my mom's life has been the only time that I have known her to be sober. But what a blessed 3 years it has been. Along with sobriety, she was also working on her mental, spiritual, and physical health. She beat breast cancer once, and though it had returned, it was minimal, and she was ahead of it. With my boundaries in place and her new healthy lifestyle, we were able to have the best relationship these last couple of years than we have ever had. I am so incredibly grateful I got to witness and introduce my children to the best version of herself. You will notice in the pictures the joy that overtook my mom when she was in the presence of her grandchildren. Although often self-conscious of her appearance, when around them, she was generous with her smile and laughter. My kids loved their grandma, and although it was hard to pack a lifetime of memories into a few short years, we sure did our best. Sure, I would have loved to have years of a healthy mother free of demons and addiction and have scrapbooks full of healthy childhood memories. But even without all that, she has taught me so much. She taught me hope, proving that someone can struggle with addiction the majority of their life, yet one day finding freedom in sobriety. She taught me determination, never giving up on yourself or others. And she taught me forgiveness. If I would have harbored any resentment towards her because of my childhood, we would have never had the opportunity for a beautiful, renewed relationship. She taught me unconditional love, the importance of meeting someone where they're at, flaws and all, and loving them anyway. And last but not least, she taught me faithfulness. Never once did she lose her faith in God. If you're here today, you likely gave my mom a chance. And some of you gave her many chances. You gave her a chance as her caretaker, as a healthcare provider, a roommate, a chance at a warm meal or a place to stay, a chance at friendship. And a few of you gave her a chance to flaunt off her new set of teeth just 3 weeks before she passed. I want to thank you all for opening up your heart to her and for providing for her what you could. When calling and informing people of her passing, the overwhelming statement I got most was how special she was. Even with her limitations, the sunshine from her still shone through. I will always remember dancing with her to Whitney or to Footloose, and the way she threw her head back when she left. The joy that overtook her around my children, and how she would never pass on an opportunity to dress festive for a holiday. I'll remember her love for animal print, sparkles, and her insanely large shoe collection. But mostly, I will remember the precious last years I had with her. And the words of my Aunt Nora, your mom had a hard life, but she sure did finish well. My mom once told me she wasn't afraid of death and was excited to one day meet Jesus. I don't think that's a hill she's gonna have to climb, but one that she will be carried up with her massive sunglasses on and her black leather jacket, her muscular legs and belly part breast, a beautiful set of new teeth, and her red hair flying in the wind, carried in the arms of Jesus. Thank you.